the beautiful state of Florida, seeing how conservation efforts are working to bring back the American crocodile from the brink of extinction. We are on our way to the Turkey Point Nuclear Power Plant. It's the 6th largest power plant in the United States, and it provides power to the entire southern half of Florida. But it also plays an even more powerful role in the survival of the American crocodile. This is Mike Lorette, and he's a wildlife biologist, and he works with Florida Power Light. And of course, this is Elizabeth from Defenders of Wildlife, and this is all about these most extraordinary creatures, American crocodiles. Elizabeth, they have quite a powerful story, don't they, in North America?
Yes, they do. They've really had a terrific success story through many decades of conservation effort.
And of course, Florida Power and Light and Turkey Point has been a big part of this kind of like nuclear Head Start program. And I mean that in the best sense of the description, because it's almost like you guys have been able to launch the re-survival of this species, the rewilding of this species. What made this such a success?
We have 6,000 acres here. It ended up being fantastic habitat for the American crocodile. The crocodiles come here, we collect the babies, we monitor the adults, and we release everybody back into the wild.
The power plant is cooled by a massive network of canals that cover 10 square miles and borders a large wildlife reserve. Conservationists have discovered that these canals make the ideal habitat for crocodile nests. So because this is a secure facility providing energy for millions of people in Florida, it's protected. So you have the security, which protects the crocodiles. American crocodiles almost were extinct due to hunting and habitat loss. At one point, unfortunately, there were only 100 adult crocodiles left. But thanks to the Endangered Species Act and organizations like our sponsor, Defenders of Wildlife, they have made an important comeback. There are now over 2,000 American crocodiles surviving in southern Florida. Elizabeth, why is it important that we protect crocodiles?
Because they're part of the natural system in Florida. We have some of the greatest biological diversity in the entire country, and it's because we have so many species like this. Every single one is important. Everyone has a role in the ecosystem, and with their loss, it's a loss to us.
The crocodiles are one of our apex predators down here in South Florida. So we know if there's more crocodiles, that the rest of the ecosystem is doing well.
If they're protected, the birds, the fish, the turtles, the plants, all of that gets protected as well. Mike, so what do we need to accomplish today?
So today, we are tagging these baby hatchlings. We're collecting biometric data, which is important to understand the population health of these little guys, and then we're releasing them back into the wild.
First off, we measure the crocodile hatchlings. Snout to vent, 12.8 centimeters. Then we get their weight, 58.7 grams there. In order to identify each crocodile in the future, we insert a small microchip called a pit tag just under the skin. When it's scanned, it will reveal the identification number of this particular crocodile.
Now we're gonna cut a unique scoot clip number into his tail.
Okie doke. My buddy Mike also makes a small incision in the crocodile scales according to a specific number pattern. This way, along with the pit tag, they can be identified for the rest of their lives. But don't worry, it doesn't hurt. Okay there, my friends. So we have ourselves a bucket of amazing American crocodiles. And if you thought this was cool, now they're going back home.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. We head to the wildlife sanctuary in Turkey Point to return them back to the wild. All right, here we go. This is what it's all about. You ready, Elizabeth?
Yes, I am.
All right, just gonna guide them out that way.
They're so cute.
They really are.
Here you go, little guys. For me, a moment like this, it's kind of like being a little kid again, imagining witnessing a wild American crocodile. And it's a beautiful thing because it's a partnership between industry, energy, conservation, and the people that depend upon all these resources. And of course, the wild ones, because America would not be America without the American crocodile. This was awesome, Mike. Thanks, Elizabeth, for being a part of this.
Excellent.
Here you go, guys.